A crowd of about 1,000 spilling into the streets in downtown Salt Lake City for an anti-police brutality rally tonight. Now, the huge turnout comes less than 48 hours after Salt Lake City police shot a 17-year-old in the Rio Grande district.
Fox 13's Matt McDonald was at the rally. He is at the Public Safety Building now where the march ended. Matt.
Hey, Bob. Actually, that march, it started at the Federal Building at 100 South and State Street. It worked its way down here. It did end for a while, but then everyone started heading back up there, and that's when things really got interesting. The crowd spilled out into the middle of the road. Still a couple of hundred people. Police ended up blocking off the roads in all four directions, and that crowd stayed there. They continued to chant for about an hour before it finally dispersed, the police never really moving in on them. Now, amongst all that crowd, all that rioting, we never saw any real violence or any real destruction, and we did get to talk to a few people who just wanted their voices to be heard. Amidst the chants
tragedies and the attention they spurned,
and the calls for change,
it is the community and it is democracy that will win.
Victoria Satunya stands with a 2-year-old sign.
This sign goes as far back as one of the earliest deaths we had here in Salt Lake City. It was made for activists.
She's one of hundreds to crowd in front of the Federal Building in downtown Salt Lake, a rally against police brutality. From organizers,
there's something systemically wrong with how Salt Lake City and Utah do policing.
Utah's elected officials.
Give the officers time. When you have 2 officers that fired, that tells you something was happening. It wasn't just one officer that made a judgment call.
And back to Victoria. Quiet, but for her poetry.
When a child dies, my womb shivers. When I see a cop shooting, my whole body trembles, and I wonder, why did God create my child black?
Her call for change, a stronger citizen review process, is the same as the crowd.
When do we want it? Now! When do we want it? Now!
Her delivery is quieter, but no less powerful.
Why did God forget? Why did God forget? Why did he create my child black if he knew that one day that child would be dead in the hands of a cop?
A message for progress she hopes is not lost as the crowd marches on. Towards the end, particularly when that crowd moved out into the street, there were quite a few police officers down here. But at least as far as I could see, they stayed well back, usually about a block or so back, just making sure things stayed peaceful. And we didn't see any destruction. We never did see any interaction with the police and the crowd itself, them just giving them the opportunity to express their opinions. In Salt Lake City, Matt McDonald, Fox 13 News, Utah.
I looked her straight in the face and I said, this is a tragic situation, and we are so sorry. We are sorry that this occurred, and what can we do to come together?
For the first time since Saturday's officer-involved shooting, Salt Lake City Police Chief Mike Brown is speaking out. Now, he wouldn't talk specifics, but Brown says he has reached out to Abdi Mohammed's family, the teen who police shot Saturday night. Witnesses say Mohammed was holding a broomstick and fighting with another man when police arrived. Now, police told him to put it down. They say he didn't listen and then fired at him. Brown says the department plans to reach out to the community in the coming months to repair the rift that's been created.
Mohammed's family had a chance to see him in the hospital for the first time today. They say he's still in critical condition, facing potentially permanent injuries.
Fox 13's Robert Boyd spoke with his younger sister tonight just before she went to the protest. Robert joins us on Rio Grande Street tonight, where the shooting took place. Let's go to the story.
The police chief was crying, and he said when he sees Abdullah on the bed, on the hospital bed, and he sees his own kid on there, and he was just crying and he was apologizing.
Maslima Walidi said the visit by Police Chief Mike Brown was greatly appreciated by friends and family of Abdi Mohammed. But she also said it doesn't erase the fact that her brother is in the hospital with 3 gunshot wounds.
At the end of the day, I'm sorry doesn't heal him. Sorry isn't going to redo what happened.
Brown was clear that he wasn't apologizing for officers shooting Mohammed. He stands by their decision. He apologizes for the situation the family now has to go through. Muslima said she hopes the truth comes out sooner rather than later.
They said the police had body cameras and they're investigating on that. Until I hear something back, I really don't have the side I'm choosing right now.
Today, the Council on American-Islamic Relations called for the release of that body cam video to ease community concerns about transparency and accountability. But SLC police countered the request, saying because the suspect is being screened for criminal charges, release of the body cam recording could deprive the suspect of a right to a fair trial or impartial hearing. Police won't say what criminal charges Mohammed is facing, but a law enforcement source tells me his Facebook page leads them to believe he's part of the Bloods gang and affiliated with drug dealers. Muslima says her brother is not in a gang, that he was a good father who was trying to earn his GED while working for a local hotel. She said she is anxious to speak with him, but right now he is unable to talk.
We gave him some paper and some pen, and it took him a minute to write, and he wrote, "I miss you guys," and he started crying, and after that they had to put him back to sleep, and we haven't seen him since.
Now, members of Mohammed's family were at that protest earlier tonight that we just saw, but they said they appreciate all the support they're getting from the community. However, they want to make sure things stay peaceful. They said more violence against the police is not the answer to this situation. Live in downtown Salt Lake City, Robert Boyd, Fox 13.